A few weeks ago, I asked if I could make this server beautiful, and then I proceeded to paint the doors and paint the wrong side. Keep watching and see if I got it fixed. So I was able to attach the doors, and they fit nicely, so I was really happy about that. But the one on the right just didn't want to close correctly. The one on the left did. So now I need to make some adjustments regarding that. For now, I'm happy that that happened. I used a planer to see if I could get more off of the ends, but we'll revisit that subject later. I continued to assemble the back piece. I really, really love the way that piece turned out, and I'm glad I removed it and did everything separately. I'm pretty happy with this piece, and it is part of a larger reveal in this bedroom, so I'll be showing you how I coordinate two nightstands as well in this episode. I'm using a little bit of bronze gilding wax along those details, but I'm not going over the top with bronze. Just enough just to say, hey, see this little pretty detail here? I also did the hinges because they match the hardware. That's what I used on the hardware as well. So that little button in the front, and then I left it at that. So here's the two nightstands. One was the client's and the other one I sourced from Ashley Furniture. Here's the top on the Ashley Furniture, and then the existing finish on the server that I did. So I want to match those up a little bit. But on the piece that they had, in order to make them more of a pair, I am removing, with the blessing of the client, I am removing this little, I don't know what you call it, skirt backsplash off the top of this piece. I used the heat gun to soften any glue that was on there and just kept gently tapping away with the hammer until I got it pulled off. As you can see, this piece is not real wood at all. It's MDF. So I have to kind of proceed gently with the sander to remove. It was repainted, so there's paint lines along that construction area, so I'm just using my sander to get it smooth again, and every now and then I run into a little nail that was in there, so we'll get it nice and smooth. I also used some Dixie mud just to further smooth any areas that were a little rough. While that was drying, I went over to the purchase table and I used that same whiskey barrel stain that I used on the top of the server, just squeezing it out and just adding this to it just to deepen that color a little bit and make them look similar. I painted the top of the silver piece with a coat of Sun-Kissed, which is a color from Dixie Belle silk. So I just wanted to get that base down. And then after that was dry, I used the whiskey barrel stain again on the top. And this time I'm going to create a wood grain effect using a wood grain tool. wood grain tool is actually easy to use. You just put it on the surface and you drag it and you rock it, and you just do this until you get what you like. And I always go over it as well. So even if you don't really like what you see, there's they usually come with different size rockers as well. But I am not afraid to go over it again, add more knots to areas that don't look right. Like I dragged that line there and I didn't like the way that looked, so came back in with it. And overall, I liked the way it ended up looking. I let that dry completely, and I like the way it looks, but I also don't think it's dark enough yet. And I feel like I'm seeing too much of that tan color peeking through. So on we go again with some more of the whiskey barrel stain. I also add another coat of it to the top of the purchase table. Even after a second coat of the whiskey barrel, I wasn't really liking the silver table, so I added a coat of Dixie Belle's Van Dyke Brown Glaze to the top of that to deepen it a little bit more and to get rid of those tan lines, those definite tones. I did the same with the top of the purchase table, and I'm kind of happy with how all three tables marry. I sanded and sanded, which was all good, but finally realized that the latch on the door needed hammered in a bit. After that, it was smooth sailing. I used Dixie Belle's Oyster on the bottom of the nightstands. I paint this mirror in the same oyster color. The lines on the mirror match very well with the bed that's in the existing bedroom. It takes 2 coats to complete it. When I removed the hardware that was on this piece, it snapped in pieces. So now I'm drilling a new hole for a new piece of hardware. Well, actually it's vintage, but it will coordinate beautifully. It's a nice drop pull, and it's already in that brass. But we're going to make everything very cohesive by using that gilding wax again on the hardware. For the final touch, I put a coat of clear satin on the tops of both of the bedside tables, just as I did on the server. This way, if anyone sets a drink on the table, it'll be water resistant. Again, I used the bronze gilding wax not only on the hardware, but also on the fancy parts of this piece, just to highlight them. And I'll do the same on the purchase table. Here's a reminder of where we started with both the existing nightstand and this server. And my goal was to make it beautiful again. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you think I achieved my goal and if you think my client's going to be happy. I have a hunch she will be. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and also the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Also, head over to Tuesday Talk and to the Flippin' Bunch channels and subscribe to get in on more flippin' fun. Find Statement Designs on the web at www.statementdesigns.org and on social media as Statement Designs. Stay well.